Oh boy, I know the comments are going to be on fire this time. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about a boy being suspended from his school because the mom does OnlyFans. Now, I don't need to get too graphic. You guys know what OnlyFans is, an adult website where certain things go on. As far as I know, it's not illegal, maybe immoral to many people, of course. You know, if you know somebody that does OnlyFans, it's kind of frowned upon. It's not really a moral thing. If you're religious, it's a big no-no. I get it. However, is it enough to suspend the boy for what the mom does? Let's back up a little bit. So the mom is a pretty popular person on OnlyFans, as far as I know. I'm not really into that, but I read up on it. She's pretty popular, has a big Twitter following, like 200,000 people. The OnlyFans is probably jumping like that as well. And I guess somebody at the school found out, a concerned parent complained to the administration, and her son was suspended. Now, some are saying this is a good thing because the boy's going to get bullied. Well, first of all, if the boy is suspended from school and goes back, then the purpose of trying to prevent bullying is defeated, right? Because you got to go right back to the place where there could be some bullying. So if he was being bullied, it's going to resume right when he comes back from the suspension. Okay. And if he gets suspended or expelled, how is he being punished for what he didn't do? Now, I could understand if the mother was actually 18 years old in high school and was doing OnlyFans, and it was, I might be able to see that potentially. But even still, it's like, can you get expelled for doing that out of school? I could see if she had a regular normie job and they suspended or they fired her for doing that. Like, let's say, for example, she was a teacher and then they found out, okay, you're doing OnlyFans. I could understand the teachers union or the administration saying, okay, we can't have you here. You should be able to get fired for whatever reason the employer comes up with. When you're talking about public sector, it might be a little bit different since it's taxpayer funded, but that's a different story. But if you as an adult are doing a particular thing that your employer does not approve of, they should be able to fire you for that under most circumstances. But why am I being punished if I'm the boy for what my mom does? I'm not saying me, literally ABL. I'm just talking about in general. Now, there's an article. There's no graphic images here. Just, so you're forewarned. It's safe for work. But you see the headline, school suspends boy after finding his mom's OnlyFans content. Now, this might look kind of janky or suspicious, like it might be fake or something, but I checked it out. This is a real story. I got a bunch of other links that I'll place in the description, but let's go ahead and read it. This is the person's, like, I guess, safer work picture. That's the mom. And it says OnlyFans mom says her son's school suspended him after they found out about the content she makes in her free time. Another day, another OnlyFans scandal. This time, OnlyFans star Sarah Blake Cheek is revealing her story in support of fellow creator and Florida mom Victoria Treese, who was banned from volunteering. So this is a different story they're talking about here. It says earlier this year, the 31-year-old Victoria Snooks Treese announced that she will be taking action against Orange County Public Schools after she was no longer allowed to volunteer because of her OnlyFans content. In defense of Treese, Cheek revealed how she and her family were discriminated against when her son's school found out about her own OnlyFans video. So what happened with this person, the other case, is that she was heavily involved in the school, volunteering, going on the outings, bringing lunches, like really being an involved parent. But then when another parent found out about the OnlyFans stuff, they complained to the administration, and then she was banned from volunteering. Now, that's kind of a weird situation because on one hand, you want the parents to be more involved. I spoke about that previously in the video about Baltimore, where there was a boy ranked 60 out of 120 in his graduating class with a GPA of 1.3. Okay, a 1.3 GPA ranked him right in the middle, average. And then also in Baltimore, I think 20 schools had 0 students that tested proficient in math, meaning at grade level. And we all know we're talking about quote unquote proficient in K through 12. That bar has been lowered all the way down to the ground. So it doesn't really mean much. But anyway, I digress. The whole point I was making is We say you want the parents to be more involved. They need to really be on top of the kids' education. But then when you got a mom doing that, here comes the OnlyFans stuff getting in the way. Now she's being prevented from doing it. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. You got some morality issues going on. You got concerned parents worried about that kind of person being around their kids. It's a lot going on, but let's keep on going here. So this is the Sarah Blake Cheek. That's the same person. And then the other person is Victoria Snooks Treese. Similar sounding names for some reason. But anyway, according to Cheek, she was forced to homeschool her 7-year-old after he was suspended when the school found out she was an OnlyFans model. Quote, my son was even suspended from school, and then trying to communicate with the principal, she refused to talk to me or give a reason as to why he was being treated badly simply because I did OnlyFans, she explained to the Star. I mean, I agree, really. That's not really, it's not fair to suspend or punish the boy for what the mom did. Furthermore, where do we draw the line? What things do we punish? So let's say, for example, the boy's mom was out here committing crime. Now, as far as I know, the OnlyFans thing is a moral issue. You might not agree with it, but can you go to jail for that? Not that I know of. But you can go to jail for selling drugs, smoking drugs, being on fentanyl, stuff like that, killing people. I'm sure there's plenty of moms who have done things like that have been sent to jail, the kids get taken away or whatever it is. Do the kids get suspended or expelled because of the crimes the mother commits? So it's just kind of a murky situation. But let's continue here. Now, with Victoria Treese's story making waves, Cheek decided to share her story and wants to end the, quote, unjust treatment for moms who make this content for a living. Quote, when Victoria's story hit, I messaged her because she had found an attorney willing to take on an OnlyFans case. I had a similar situation with being banned from my kids' football organizations because I did OnlyFans. They erased me from my kids' lives and humiliated me for what I did in private by exposing that secret. Cheek went on to add that she hopes Treese ends up getting justice for all the moms who do OnlyFans, but only time will tell if things go her way. In recent months, there's been a handful of controversial stories involving OF. A pair of former teachers are banned because they did content in the schools. Well, obviously, if you are doing content in the schools, you might need to get put on the list, let alone get suspended or fired or whatever. That's crossing the line. But if you're not involving the school, if you're not involving the youth, and you're just doing that on your own free time, then how is it okay to punish those who didn't do it? If anything, like I say, if you got a normie job and they found out what's going on and that goes against their particular morals and values, they should have the right to fire you. That's just what it is. But as I close, I want to say this. I think this is a kind of a controversial thing, and we're kind of treading in uncharted territory, really, because this is not something that has really been an issue before. I mean, I guess maybe it has been. You get women that do adult films and whatnot, but now it's like your regular everyday person. It could be to volunteer at your church, volunteer at your school. Yes, church, because you never know what people do on the free time. It's like everyday people are now involved in this industry, and people don't like it. It's immoral to a lot of people, and they don't know how to handle it. I think punishing the boy is a bridge too far, and you didn't even expel him. And if you did expel him, how is that okay to block him from getting the education at the school, which is paid for by taxpayer dollars? How is that okay because of what the mom did, which is not illegal, but immoral to many? Great question to ask. Y'all let me know, but I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What do you think about this case? Was the school in the right and the wrong? How you feel about the mom? How you feel about the boy? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. I think it's wrong for the school system to punish the boy for what the mom did, especially when that does not happen all the time, because there are plenty of things that are not just morally wrong to some people. There are things that are criminally wrong that parents do that do not affect the children. So at what point do we say we're going to punish the boy for that thing that the parents did, but not that thing? An actual crime like killing somebody, we're not going to punish the child, but a thing that's morally reprehensible, like being on OF for a lot of people, we're going to punish the boy for that. Is it about trying to prevent bullying? If that's the case, what's the point in suspending them? He's going to come right back to the same situation. Whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.